And we are live. What's up, guys? Welcome to the E-Estate Revolution webinar. Well, it's not really a webinar. It's a live session that we're doing here on a Wednesday, right? Kind of impromptu. What I want to do is I want to go over this roadmap, which is really cool. E-Estate has put forth a roadmap that stretches out till 2034. Right. So if you're wondering kind of the idea of this company and the long-term plans of the e-estate company, we're going to take a look at that. Right now, for me, that's very encouraging because, of course, I want e-estate to go to 2034 and beyond. Right. We are having a great time with it, investing in these properties. You can see the properties right behind me there, right? Properties here. And those are the ones that I'm invested in, and it's awesome, right? You can do fractional ownership of real estate, right? Fractional ownership, you get it with crypto, and you get your returns every single day, right? So it's really cool, and it's a great platform, and we want to see it last long term, right? That's just the long and the short of it. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you here. Do a screen share. Okay, yep, share screen. Let's see where we want to go here. Oh, we want to do the entire screen. Okay, so we'll share that. Now I need to add that here. Adding to stage. Boom. Okay, looks like we're good there. And we are going to look at this roadmap, right? So this is the roadmap. It goes until 2034, the e-estate vision, right? And let's see if I do this. Yeah, boom. So e-estate vision 2034 roadmap to the future of tokenized real estate, right? The future of tokenized real estate. Hey, if you come through, drop a comment in the chat, right? Say hi, say who you are, say where you're from, and say what you want to say, right? If you got a comment, hey, I will address those at the end of this. But right now, I do want to go through this roadmap. So thank you guys for coming on. Dear buyers, agents, and partners. And this is Brandon Steffensen, Chief Executive Officer of eEstate. Since our registration in November 2024, we set out to redefine how the world invests in real estate. By June 2025, we launched eEstate, and in just a few months, we have already tokenized 10 premium properties worth over $100 million, opening access to opportunities once reserved for the few. So the roadmap you're about to see is the long-term investment vision through 2034. It reflects our goal, right, to expand our portfolio, grow investor returns, and position eEstate as the global hub for tokenized real estate. So we know markets evolve and investor needs change. That's why our platform will always adapt, innovate, and deliver substantial value, ensuring that real estate investment remains rewarding, transparent, and accessible worldwide. Together, we're building not only a company, but the future of real estate investment. Sincerely, Brandon Steffensen, Chief Executive Officer, eEstate. Now, one thing I have noticed about this, guys, is that it is going worldwide, right? We've got people coming into this platform from every nation, tribe, and tongue, right? Just like they say, every nation, tribe, and tongue, people are coming into the eEstate platform. So 2024, laying the groundwork for the eEstate ecosystem. All right. So here's some of the bullet points. Let's go over them. Brandon Steffensen and Mike Hamilton unite ARDR and Eli Property Group, setting the foundation for the eEstate ecosystem. Official registration of eEstate Group, Inc. in Panama, establishing a solid international legal base compliant with FATF and AML standards. Formation of the core leadership team and advisory board to guide strategic development and global expansion. Launch of eestate.co platform development, creating the architecture for real estate tokenization. Engagement with private investors to secure early stage funding and strategic partnerships. Identification and audit of high liquidity real estate assets for the initial tokenization portfolio. 2025, launch and first achievements from development to global recognition. Now, today celebrates 5 months of eEstate's launch, right? And wow, has this platform come far in 5 months. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like it, just in terms of the explosive growth that eEstate has had. Tokenization of the first 9 real estate properties across multiple regions. Acquisition of international legal status, LEI, strengthening global transparency and compliance. EST, the estate token, officially verified on the Binance Smart Chain Network. Completion of platform development and official launch of estate.co. Introduction of ARDR educational programs on digital real estate marketing and global sales. Launch of regular multilingual webinars, 8 languages for investors and agents, expanding the company's global presence, right? And that's what we do on Sunday nights. You want to come to the Sunday night webinar? Come right back here to the eEstate Revolution YouTube channel. Tokenization of a new property, Miami apartments, starting from only $10 per share. That was our kind of, the company's kind of get in, anybody can get in, right? $10 is a great place to start. It's a great place to kick the tires, see how the program works, gain some trust, right? Gain some, just some knowledge about how things work and test the withdrawal process. And then, hey, if you want to, you can do more, right? If you don't want to, hey, you don't have to, right? This is not like, this is for anybody who is a crypto enthusiast, a real estate enthusiast, and somebody who has capital that, frankly, you can afford to risk on a venture such as this. Hosting of the first public events, including AMA with the co-founder and live event in North Carolina, right? USA. We've seen that, right? We're seeing the live events begin to take off. The first one I'm going to be at is coming to Miami in 2026, January 31st. Tickets are available now. Successful completion of the first tourism-based project. That was the villa in Bali. It was valued at $750 million, right? That's $750,000. Signed of the first partnership agreements with international agent organizations, and it's sold out. Okay, it's sold out. So, I mean, that just kind of shows you, how much, how lucrative, right, eEstate really is. Transition to expansion phase, end of 2025, strengthening the ecosystem and preparing for global growth, right? Tokenization of 2 new property categories, houses and tourism projects, expanding the diversity of real estate assets, launch of monthly summits held together with strategic partners aimed at strengthening global collaboration and community engagement, upgrade of the platform's AI-based analytics tools, providing more effective, efficient data, insights, and performance optimization across the ecosystem. So a little incorporation with AI there to go over some of the numbers. And that's happening now, right? We are currently at the end of 2025. Now, let's look into 2026, right? So let's look into the future, the global expansion of trust building, scaling the brand, and earning worldwide recognition. So, number one, there's going to be the hosting of the eEstate Miami Summit. I just went over that a little bit with you. 2026 is going to be a landmark global event gathering investors, agents, and partners from over 30 countries. Wow. Watch out for ICE, guys. You're going to be in Miami. Watch out for ICE. I don't want anybody getting beat up and deported. Okay. 2, media coverage in Forbes, Bloomberg, and other major international outlets, strengthening brand credibility and investor trust. 3, tokenization of new asset class. You got apartments, expanding residential investment opportunities. So there's going to be more properties that are going to be available for people to invest in to get that passive income. A certain percentage per day, usually just under 1% for 18 months. And then that converts to 10% yearly for life. Signing of 10-year strategic partnership agreements with leading agents and organizations worldwide. 10-year strategic partnership agreements, right? That shows the intention, right? The intention to last. And how many of you would love to see a project last 10 years, right? One of these new projects in the DeFi space. I certainly would. Development of a fully featured mobile application for App Store and Google Play, replacing the initial web APK version. Now, if they're able to accomplish that, that's going to be huge, right? Because that's not easy to do. You really have to prove your legitimacy to get on those app stores. And you think about all the apps that are on the App Store, it's like, how can this app get on there? It's totally not legitimate, but this app over here can't. It's weird. It's almost like they're letting their friends in. Who would have thought, right? 6, tokenization of villas, expanding premium real estate offerings for global buyers. 7, organization of at least 10 regional live events across key markets from the US and Europe to Asia and the Middle East. 8, hosting of the first World Tokenized Real Estate Forum, establishing eEstate as a global thought leader in digital property ownership. 9, launch of the eEstate Ambassadors Program, engaging top influencers and real estate leaders to expand global visibility. Pretty cool, right? 10, expansion of tokenized properties to include commerce, business centers, land plots, and development projects. 2027. So now we're going into that next year, right? Expansion and institutional integration, scaling tokenization, and strengthening global infrastructure. You got the launch of large-scale property tokenization, expanding eEstate's portfolio across multiple countries and asset types. You got the comprehensive rebranding of the platform and modernization of the user interface, introducing a broader property catalog and enhanced user experience. You got the creation and issuance of a new tradable token designed to support liquidity and cross-platform integration. Now, once that token hits, you're going to hear about it here at eEstate Revolution first. And first come, first served with these tokens, right? When a token hits, if it's a good company, the token's going to continue to increase in growth. So let's say it hits and it's selling for 30 cents and you buy $1,000 worth of the 30-cent token, and over 5 years or so, it grows to be $25, $50 token. I mean, you're a millionaire, man. You're a millionaire woman. You're a millionaire person, whoever you are who does that. Listing of the new token on leading P2P exchanges and trading platforms, expanding accessibility for global investors. Hopefully you guys jump on Batunix, because that's a great, because you can trade up to 125x leverage on there, and you can not only trade the 30-cent token, but leverage it, and you'll be set for life, right? I know a little bit about trading, guys, right? I'm a trader, right? I've been doing it for years. Crypto trading, traditional forex, binary options trader, all of that. Development of a legal and regulatory framework for agents in partnership with ARDR, Association of Real Digital Realtors, setting new industry standards. Hosting of the second World Tokenization Real Estate Forum, uniting thought leaders, institutions, and developers under one vision. Opening of regional offices in key global markets to strengthen operational presence and local partnerships. 2028, let's go. Technological maturity and institutional presence, education, transparency, and global recognition. There's going to be a launch in 2028 of the eEstate Academy, right? That's a global educational platform for agents, partners, and investors, providing certified courses on digital real estate, marketing, and financial literacy. Execution of the buyback program. So this is important, because once we get into these years ahead, some of these properties are going to be sold out, and the people who are invested will be able to get into the buyback programs to not only get your initial investment back after you've gotten your profit, but also additional monies on top of that. So execution of buyback programs for development and business development tokens upon completion of the first phase, ensuring investor liquidity and sustainable ecosystem growth. It's a great time to get in, guys, because if all this takes place, you're going to be so happy that you got in early. Transition to quarterly financial reporting for investors, enhancing transparency and compliance with international standards. Company registration in the United States and European Union, establishing a strong presence in key regulatory jurisdictions, right? And 2028, a good time to do that would be, before the current administration gets out of office. Right, because likely because the current administration is very crypto friendly, and they're probably ready to do a handshake deal with you, right? And the incoming administration that's going to be coming in 2028 are not going to be as friendly. Company registration in the United States and European Union, we talked about that. Hosting of the Third World Tokenization Real Estate Forum, continuing to unite global leaders in blockchain and real estate innovation. Participation in presentations of the world's largest real estate exhibitions, including MIPIM and Expo Real. So we're talking about getting our foot in the door and getting eEstate's foot in the door with traditional real estate, right? With traditional real estate. 2029. Global regulation and public growth phase, from tokenization to global market integration. You got the issuance of eEstate corporate shares, initiating the company's transition toward a hybrid equity token ownership structure. You got the creation of e-estate development, an in-house construction and property management division responsible for building and tokenizing new assets. You got the distribution of company shares among core strategic partners, early investors, and advisory board members. You got the preparation for and listing on major stock exchanges, including NASDAQ and European markets, to attract institutional capital. Now, once that occurs, right, the listing on the stock exchanges, you can also trade that speculatively and make a lot of money there too. And once that happens, I'll go over how to do that with you here at the E-Estate Revolution channel. Stay tuned. Okay. Construction and tokenization of new assets under e-estate development, blending traditional and real estate and blockchain technology. You got the growth of capitalization through investment inflows from global financial institutions, private equity, and venture funds. Now, that's the big dogs getting into the game. And once the big dogs get into the game, it's going to push up even more in terms of our growth. So if you've gotten in early, right, you're positioning yourself at the beginning of the wave. And in surfer terminology, because I'm a surfer dude, right? I'm a surfer guy. I love to surf. I've got a beach house, right? I surf, right? You know, one of the things I do for a pastime. You get into that, get in the beginning of that wave, it pushes out, and you just ride that momentum for a greater and greater, faster and faster, and more fun ride. And that's what's going to happen for the people who are already involved in e-estate when the real major players start getting involved. Right. And guys, you want to get in while it's still a level playing field for everybody so that you can benefit from that growth. Right. You don't want to wait, until it's like Coca-Cola. Sure, you can still make money on Coca-Cola, but Coca-Cola's kind of has had its growth already. Hopefully that makes sense. Construction and tokenization of new assets, growth of capitalization. Active participation in hosting of international real estate and blockchain summits, exhibitions, and world forums. Expansion into new jurisdictions, registering subsidiaries and legal entities to ensure long-term global scalability. Right? And that's all the way up into the 2024 era. So we've got a lot going on with that, guys, and there will be a lot more information to come. So, hey, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for dropping by. And listen, if you're watching this on the replay, links are in the description. If you got any questions or comments, drop me a comment. Don't forget to like the video. Don't forget to subscribe to the E-Estate Revolution, and we'll see you guys on the next one. Take care.